keep in mind that most, I'm not going to say all, but most WordPress themes, modern WordPress themes, are going to be responsive, which means you are going to need to take care of a few of the media queries or the breakpoints to get your content to behave appropriately depending on the device. So as an example, obviously if we go from desktop to mobile, our H1 in the header is being scaled down, okay? But chances are you may want to significantly change some of these content areas. So again, you will need to control your breakpoints. So what you can do is this. Let's go ahead and get out of our customization area. And in the appearance, we are going to go down to our theme editor. And because I've already gotten in here, I'm no longer getting the big warning, but they're still letting us know not to change things here. Okay. All right. So let's just start up at the top, and we will do a command F, and we are going to look for @media. And I'll press return, and basically you see all of these yellow hashes, all these yellow marks here. That is where we have found @media. And you can scroll through, not this here, but we can scroll through. And I think I lost it here. Let's do command F again. @media, return, and then I'll just go through this way. Now, what I'm trying to get across here to you is there's a bunch of code. So to save you a little bit of time, I already went through all of this, and here are the media queries this particular theme uses. Now, for what we're going to do, this is overkill, okay? Now, if you're dealing with Retina displays and multiple devices, then of course this is the responsible practice. But for what we're doing and just for learning, we're going to delimit the amount of our media queries. So I'm going to get out of this. I'm not changing anything back in here, so let's go back to customize, and we will go back to additional CSS. And let's go ahead and scroll down. Now, again, to save a little bit of time, I've already written the rules. We'll just paste them in one at a time, and we'll talk about them. So here's the first one. We're going to target the body of the document. And for right now, I'm just going to use a color so we can see exactly what's what. So you'll notice that our navigation, our header area up here is white, as is our footer area, but the rest of our document will in fact be light blue. Now, I did have to set this to important to override all of the other possible combinations. So it's not ideal to use important, but it is obviously available. And this is one of those times when we're going to use important to our advantage. Okay, so let's go ahead now and add in our first media query. So what's going to happen is all of this CSS So all of this CSS is going to become what is the mobile, okay? Now, let's go ahead and drop down, and we will paste in @media, screen, and. So basically, because I have screen and, if we remove this and just had @media and then our widths, kind of like what's going on over here, then basically this is saying that @media is targeting all devices print, readers, everything. Okay, this way we're writing the media query basically saying screen. Okay, so different devices, like mobile devices. All right, so we're going to set the minimum width, and very, very common is 480. So a lot of your Galaxy devices, Samsung devices will be 480, and then there'll probably be higher aspect ratios for your Apple devices. There are still plenty of people, one of the most common, I believe it's still 360. But I'm just going to use some basic breakpoints so you get the idea. So what we're saying now is the minimum width is 480. We're changing the background color to light green. And again, I'm going to use important. Okay. So if we were to set this down to mobile, well, mobile is less than 480. So it'll be blue. When it's more than 480, we have green. So the next thing we're going to do is let's add in the media query, which would be, let's say, our typical desktop. And our desktop would be anything over 800. Again, you can do some research on the most common breakpoints, and you can use the ones you decide on. Or you can dig into the original CSS and see exactly what that developer is doing and go ahead and commandeer theirs. Copy their breakpoints and incorporate those into your work. It's up to you. All right, so now we are seeing, I'm just going to go ahead and publish this. And let's go to our desktop, and you'll see our desktop is the lavender color. Then we have the green, and then we have our light blue. Okay, now that leaves this area up here, which is this header navigation area, and this area here, which is our footer. We're going to deal with these next.